Welcome to the show, the crazy show, where we look at the stock market, weekly, daily, and the trade of the day. This is the weekly chart. And this 45, 44 has been broken through. Looks like it happened, quite a ways back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks ago, looks like, and it's doing it again now. So, been sitting right around this 45, actually 66, but on the weekly here it's really 44, kind of the same area. It's gotten above that. Yesterday was a pretty big day. Today it pulled back. So this is Monday and Tuesday. The candlestick we're looking at right here, this little candlestick. Let me see if I can widen this out a little bit. Yeah, this little candlestick right here this week. That's Monday and Tuesday. So I'm shooting this on Tuesday, this video. And looking at the weekly chart, 63, yeah, it's getting kind of elevated. Still some room to go there potentially. So I've been saying it could get to 46.31. I still think that's possible. But let's take a look at the daily because there's some warning signs that are beginning to show up. All right, here we are on the daily chart. What's this going on down here? Universe indicator. What the heck is this huge old spike-a-rama? Does that mean the market's going down? Going up? Is this an inversion, meaning the market's about to go down? What does this mean? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what that means. You want to know what that means? Become a member. It definitely means something. And I have it on here for a reason. Okay, let's talk about this. Divergence. We've got divergence going on here on the Stochastic Momentum Index. Okay. And now today has just started this is Tuesday night. So the futures are just starting to trade right here on this new candlestick. So, it's this divergence dot here, this red one. It could go away. It could be kind of flash, come on, go off, because the day's not over, right? But for at the moment, it's showing a red divergence. Now, if we get a big green day tomorrow, that's going to go away. So by the end of tomorrow, if this red dot's still there, oh yeah, that's starting to show that the divergence is beginning to pick up a little bit. That's why white, sometimes you see yellow, red, the way I have this programmed into this indicator. Yeah, we're beginning to see some divergence creep in here. Big Daddy Forecast is an indicator I've had for a long time. I don't usually show it when the market's bearish, but since we've got this bullish run going on, I put it back on and showing here, it's also showing divergence. Okay, when I begin to see divergence on both these indicators, yeah, start to pay attention. All right, MACD up here on the daily, 60 is not super high, but considering it came from way down here, looking like it's maybe just hinting to start running out of gas, but it hasn't yet. So I think, what are the scenarios? Well, I think the scenarios are, could pop 46.31, and then it's going to do the old divey dive. I think that's what's going to happen here. That's one scenario, that it does pop and gets up to this 46.31. Because the weekly suggests there's a little bit more left in this, even on the daily here. Kind of suggesting there could be more in this, but I did notice that 2 days ago we were at 80 on the SMI. Now we're at, currently at this moment anyway. Let's see, what did it finish up today? Finish up 74. So the day before that, which let's say that was Friday. I'm sorry, that was let's see. No, that would be Monday. Monday was 80 point. I'm looking at this. If you want to know what number I'm looking at this number right here. Important number. Okay, so on Monday it was 80 point, let's call it 80. Today it finished at 74. So it's losing a little bit of momentum here. And 80 is pretty high, yeah. But we have to always take this particular indicator and use it in conjunction with the rest of the data, right? We don't just use it by itself. So because the MACD is still kind of low here at 60, it doesn't carry quite as much weight. If MACD was really elevated, like above 75, 80, then we really, this becomes more granular. We can really kind of lean on it and start to, read the tea leaves, as they say. But right now we are getting some divergence here. Market showing maybe a little bit of weakness creeping in. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because this right here is a big deal. It's a big deal. What is this saying? Okay, I put my thoughts in the on the Discord server for the members for this. So members, make sure you read my thoughts on that. Okay. So right now we're in this choppy. We've been kind of chopping along here for about 5 trading days. So yeah, we had a pretty decent day right there. It finally got up to the 45.66 area, which obviously you can see was from way over here. Okay. So I'm not counting this quite dead yet to roll over, though December 10th is a cycle low. So we need a little bit more information. Spiky down or just down? If it does do this jump up here to 46.31, then I think the market's going to get exhausted quicker and it's going to pull back pretty hard. Okay. That doesn't mean it's pulled back hard like it's done for the winter. No, not just pull back temporarily, but I think it might pull back pretty decent. I don't know if that means 44.30. What it means, we'll have to wait and see. But a pullback is kind of starting to show up here as a possibility. Just not 100% sure about exactly the timing, or am I? Or am I? Do I know about the timing? Ooh, baby. Okay, let's move on to the trade of the day. All right, here we are on the 5-minute chart. And I just want to take a moment and thank today's sponsor for this portion of the video. And our sponsor today is, if you're dumb enough to vote for Biden, you deserve what you get. So head on over to ifyou'redoubeenough-to-vote-for-Biden.com and get your sticker. It's a free sticker. You just plaster it right on your head and you walk around. Yeah, it's a freebie. So head on over there. So thank you if you're dumb enough to vote for Biden as our sponsor today. Yes, sir. All right, let's get back to the video. So here's a 5-minute chart. And this is the whole day. You could tell intraday, which started, well, pre-market was kind of like right here. Look at this very choppy day, right? It was only the whole range for the day was like 30 points. That's it. Here's 45.40, and up here was 45.65. What it was a little above that, like 30 points. It was a really tight day. So the real trade of the day, to be honest with you, happened really late last night. Actually, last night was way over here. And we'll talk about either one of these was tradable in a moment. But this one way over here happened last night at 10:45 Texas time. That's really the trade. Now, kind of hard to know that was the trade of the day, but there it is. And after yesterday's huge, well, not huge, but it was a pretty decent day of 50, I think it was a range of 50, an all green day pretty much. I can understand why today pulled back. But it was a tight little day. That's your trade of the day right there. It's only a really good solid trade. Now, heading over to this one, was it tradable? Yeah, it was. And the reason I say this is tradable, it wasn't a great trade, but it was tradable enough. And let's talk about this particular one. This one over here is not really tradable in my opinion, but this one is. So this happened at 11:30 a.m. CST time. The reason why this one's tradable, because we're already elevated way above the 40 line here on this stochastic momentum index, right? And the MACD was also elevated. That's a good sign. Okay, that makes the trade easy. All you're waiting for is for this to curl over, because you're in positive territory. Okay, and it did, like way over here. Now, we're talking about a 5-minute chart. Are you really going to catch all this? Probably not. This first big candlestick was really, the majority of the run, but you can catch the rest of this. So you got like about 20 minutes you could catch. Not a whole lot going on there, but let's say about 5, 10, 11, 12 points. So maybe you catch 8. Okay, so you're catching 8 points out of about 30 for the day, I think. All right. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's maybe let's see, not around a quarter, right? Around a quarter. You cut about, a quarter of the percentage of the total movement for the entire day. Not quite 25%, but whatever. Close enough to that, 22, 23%, whatever it turns out to be here. So that's not horrible on a really tight day of a range of only 30. And to me, if intraday was the only really like super discernible trade. Now there was some other stuff going on here. You could trade this. It's possible that could have been traded. It happened right here. But man, the MACD was well below the zero line. That's super sketchy, right? Super sketchy. This could have just kept failing. It's really hard to know whether or not this was traded. Now, once it crossed over the 24 here, and especially crossed over the 50, then that portion of the trade right there is pretty solid. That's another way I'd trade these if the market's super tight. And then you just use the SMI on this one to make this portion of the trade. Okay, so you could have picked up a few points here and some more points there and get a little bit more profit. But I, personally like to be a little bit more conservative. I wait for the Giddus Plus to do its thing, and I just trade that. On a tight range day like today, and as choppy as this thing was, oh my gosh, so choppy. Almost the entire day was chop. I don't worry about it. Either I take small profits and call it a day, or I don't trade at all. All right, if you want to become a member, there is a link in the description below the video. Just make sure you read it very carefully. Click on it. It's going to bring you over to Giddus server. You're going to click on server shop. Brings you to this page, $7.99. Okay. And I know you all liked my sponsor today. Oh my gosh, that sponsor was so awesome. So such an awesome sponsor. Make sure you visit that website that doesn't exist. Just like our president. Doesn't exist. Doesn't know where he's at any time. Left, right. Yeah. Needs cue cards. The man needs cue cards to actually provide instruction on what to do before he speaks. Yikes. Mr. El Presidente, my backside. So anyway, getting back to the membership, if you want to become a member, you get the stream down here. S&P 500 charts, just like we saw, the Giddus Plus indicator. You get the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 1-hour streaming chart goes to the members. Right there, okay, nice. And on there you get the Giddus Plus indicator. And now in the hourly chart, there's some cycles on there that have been pretty accurate. I think last night I had it marked for 4 a.m. and it was pretty good. Sure enough, it came down to the 4 a.m. It paused right there overnight, early in the morning, and it continued to go down even further. So the hourly chart's been pretty good. Even with all this chop, that cycles in the hourly chart have been pretty reliable. When the Giddus Plus indicator comes up on the streaming charts, it sends an alert to this channel, so you can also get alerted. Okay, this is just a big app, a Discord app. This is where all the membership services take place, okay? And, we cover crude oil and gold alerts come in there as well. And top 30 stocks at S&P 500 and the NASDAQ go on this channel. If you want to get the nightly emails, every night the emails go out to the members. Make sure you put your email address in the emails only channel, and you get an attachment to the S&P 500 chart, and you get a few sentences about my opinion about the market. All right, which right now, based on what you saw, that as I alluded to earlier in this video for the universe indicator, yeah, I'm definitely going to be talking to the members just briefly in the email about that, and also on the Discord server. Okay, my opinion about what I think is going to happen. All right, so if you want to get the nightly email, make sure you put your email address in there as well, okay? And recently I just put in some fixed income in here. I talked about a really good CD at one of the banks. So for those that want to look for a good CD, I found a really nice CD, really good rates. I also share in here a savings account that I personally use, which has a really good rate, like one of the best rates in the nation. Okay. And I talk about IRAs in here sometimes. I also talk about corporate bonds. Just fixed income in here from time to time I talk about. So that's a pretty good channel for those that want to augment your trading and you're looking for ways to think about retirement. Even when you're young, even your 20s and your 30s, you want to be taking advantage of time. Time is your friend, okay? You want to be doing it now. Don't wait. You may think like you got a lifetime, but it goes by fast, trust me. And you want to be putting your money in your IRA or your 401k, investing in corporate bonds whenever you're making profits off your stocks or your options or your futures trading, whatever you're doing, parlay that into corporate bonds in your IRA. Okay, if you don't have an IRA, get one. Just sign up for one at any major broker. That's tax-sheltered money that the IRS will not tax you on. And trust me, as your account gets bigger and bigger and bigger and you're moving through life, that's a whole lot of savings in tax. Okay, so that's what goes in this channel from time to time. And then these two channels, we just do, regular chat. Obviously, S&P 500 chat goes in here. Sometimes support will go in here, or just regular chat can go on in there. All right, there's some premium symbols I drop every day into there with premium symbol files. So there's a lot of stuff here available. All of this streaming charts and everything else on here, this is all included in the $7.99 per month, right? This is the only channel that's just like general channel. It's come out more like a hello channel. All right, so again, if you want to join, click on the link in the description. Make sure you read the instructions carefully. Then come click Server Shop up here, and it's going to bring you over here $7.99. You know, to be honest with you, I think a good portion of the members, I don't even think they think about the $7.99. They're easily making more than that doing trades. I think if you're patient, don't get in a hurry making trades the first month or two. Learn how to use the service. Keep your positions small when you do. You're gonna make more than enough to cover, in my opinion, the $7.99 a month. Okay. All right, that's it for now. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.